Ask the Messenger's TV show is a TV show that educates, informs, and entertains our viewers on public health issues such as mental illness, suicide, addiction, illness and disease, COVID-19 relief, crime, domestic violence, homelessness, human trafficking, employment opportunities, healthcare, and more. And now, Ask the Messengers.
Today on Ask the Messengers, we bring you Team Wellness President Michael Hunter, who is here to talk about their program and to tell us about their mobile RV clinic, plus author series with Kimberly Mallory and her guest, Barbara Santiago, author of My A.S.D, My Autism Sentiment Diary. Ask the Messengers begins now. I am here with Michael Hunter. He is the president of Team Wellness. He is here today to talk about his program and the things that they offer throughout the city. And he's going to let us know what they do, where you can find them, and how you too can get help from their mobile unit. Welcome to the show, Mr. Hunter.
Thank you for having me.
Good. So first of all, I want to thank Facebook. It does work. Social media works. Someone sent me a message and said, hey, my buddy has a mobile unit. How can he get on your guys' show? And I said, well, have them contact us and, tell a friend and so on and so on. And here we are. So thank goodness for social media doing what it's supposed to do, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let's talk about this mobile unit. What is it exactly? What do you do in it? Give us all the fun stuff about it, if there's anything fun, of course.
Yeah. So Team Wellness Center is probably one of the largest community health organizations in the state of Michigan. And as a community health provider, we specialize in mental health, and we are a fully integrated operation. So we provide behavioral health, primary care, dental, podiatry, optometry, and all of the social determinants of health. So we have a 40-foot mobile clinic that we've been blessed to arrive in the last week, actually. And on that unit, we're able to perform primary care services, behavioral health services, as well as a full dental clinic. So it is our goal to be able to reach the community in places that have a difficult time coming to us, to our clinic. So we have 5 locations, but even if a person is challenged with transportation or have some other kind of mobility barrier, hopefully they can get to a location where the unit is planned to be. And right now we're showcasing the unit at any healthcare festivals. We'll be in Traverse City at the Michigan Association of Health Plans conference coming up here. So we're going to make ourselves as visible as possible so that people know that integrated care service array is available to them. And we also are trying to partner with Head Start so that we can get into the schools and help make sure we bring dentistry to kids that can't otherwise get to a dental office. And if a person or entity or group has primarily Medicaid recipients, then we favor that population so that they don't have to worry about not being able to afford the cost or going to places that have filled their Medicaid quota, if you will. Our job is to make sure that the community and the most vulnerable people in our community get the services they need.
That is awesome. It's something that how this ties into something that some of my friends, we were talking about, we always talk about back in the day. We remember we used to, and we were just talking about the bookmobile.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about the swim mobile, and some of the younger people in our circle, they were like, a swimming pool used to just ride up on the block. I said, yes, it was called the swim mobile. And this thing would come in your block, it would park, and it would stay there for a couple hours or so, and you would go swimming on your block. And the bookmobile used to be my favorite. That was the library on wheels. I wish they would bring something like that back because that was great. So this too reminds me of that. You pull up, I'm here, you come, get your services, go home. Now, do you do like referrals? Like if there's something that someone may need some additional attention, do you guys do referrals also?
Oh, absolutely. So you can reach us very easily on our website at teamwellnesscenter.com. You can reach us on our 800 number at 888-813-8326. You can reach us through our partnership with the Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority. So there's various ways, and even on, like you said, social media, Facebook. So if a person needs us, they can call or reach out to us on any of those forums, and we'll be able to respond accordingly. And if a person needs a ride to us, for example, they're not trying to get services necessarily on the mobile unit, we'll even come and pick people up. The goal is to make sure that we are helping, again, that most vulnerable part of our population with primary care, dental, even substance abuse, whatever their need is, we're here to help address it.
Okay, so when are you guys out? What are your hours of operation? When is the mobile unit out?
The mobile unit is out by appointment, so
Okay.
it varies depending on where it's scheduled. But we have a campus at the corner of Mack and Mount Elliott in Detroit. We're in the heart of Eastern Market, Detroit. We're on East Jefferson, going towards Grosse Pointe. We are in downriver in Southgate and in Westland. So any of those areas, those catchment areas throughout Wayne County is where we are.
Trying to wait for this trash man to go past. It's trash day. And they always, it never fails. I was on Zoom a couple of weeks ago, and then the neighbor just decided, oh, I'm gonna cut my grass right now. Like loud. Got the whole contractors out, like blowing up the grass. Oh Lord. I don't care how quiet I try to make this room. You just can't soundproof it properly.
Not always.
And it's just super loud. All right. So so how long has the mobile unit been in rolling around? Did you do things during COVID? How did you handle that?
Yeah, so we had an older unit back since 1992, actually was the age of the unit. And then we retired her at the beginning of COVID. And we unfortunately were behind schedule with the new one because of that infamous now chip shortage. So we waited with bated breath, and Winnebago finally came through, and we finished that project. So we're again looking to roll it out basically anywhere we're invited, and targeting those people that are most vulnerable, our veterans, our homes for the aged, the homeless, anywhere we can, and we can get invited, then that's where we plan to be.
Awesome. So I really thank you for taking time out to talk about your mobile unit, talk about teen wellness. And it's such an honor to meet you. And thank you to the young lady who referred you through Facebook. Somebody referred to the referral. The Facebook system works, you guys. You just got to make it work for you. You know, social media is there if you use it properly. And this is a true example of proper usage of social media at its best. So it does work. So, Mr. Hunter, I appreciate you for coming on today. Just give that information one more time. Give the Eastern Market is that like the main campus, as they would say, or headquarters or whatever?
Yeah, Eastern Market is one of our largest facilities, and we're right in the heart of Eastern Market across from Shed 5.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you again. And good luck to rolling it. Does the van have a name? I heard you say you retired her. So what name did this one gracefully get? What do you guys, what's the adopted name for this one?
This one hasn't been named yet. Our Chief Operating Officer, Pamela Lamb, normally names them. She hasn't named this one yet.
All right, guys, I'm putting it out there. Message us. What name should this teen wellness call their mobile unit? No, I'm just kidding. Somebody might. You never know.
Hey, you never know.
All right, Mr. Hunter, thank you so much again. and wishing you all the best. And thank you for taking your time to come on and sharing your information. And all the information about Team Wellness is right there on the screen, the website. Go there, find out what you need to know, see how you can get involved, see how you can be of help, and see especially how they can help you and your family. This is Tina Nelson. Again, Mr. Hunter, thank you so much for being a guest on Ask the Messengers.
And thank you for having us.
Stay tuned for more of Ask the Messengers.
Would you like to help us save lives? You can do so by partnering with us here at Ask the Messengers by making a donation of any amount. The people in your communities need your support. Help us extend our reach and impact more lives. Supporting our organization is as easy as a click of a button. Just visit our site shown on the screen from your phone or computer where you will see a yellow donation button. Ask the Messengers is waiting on your partnership, and your community is waiting on you.
Well, welcome to the show, Barbara Santiago. It's so awesome to have you on this show today because you have such an amazing book. Your book is called My A.S.D, My Autism Sentiment Diary. Now, this is such an amazing book that I want you to talk about to the audience. First of all, just tell us a little bit about yourself, and then just share with the audience what your book is about.
First, I want to thank you for allowing me to have this opportunity to be on Ask the Messengers. As stated before, my name is Barbara Santiago. I'm also known as Barbie Santiago. My book, I am a creator, I am a writer, and I am a author of My A.S.D, My Autism Sentiment Diary. As a special needs parent, I always found it hard for what I do. I'm very transparent with myself. It's been a journey. It's been great, and I've learned a lot along the way, and I would be lying to you if I told you it was easy, but I get it done.
There you go. So that's what I want you to do. Be honest with the audience so they can kind of understand and they can relate to what it is that you're going through. So tell the audience, is that why you decided to write this book? Because of the things that you went through? And it's a diary. So what you're saying is that how long have you been writing in your diary to create this book?
Interesting. I've been writing my whole life. I've always loved writing. When I became a mother of my oldest, Marcus, the one who has cerebral palsy, I just wanted to have a diary just to have a core memory, just to remember my whole journey as a special needs parent. I started writing, and along the way, my computer zapped and I lost everything. And it discouraged me. It made me not want to write anymore. I just kind of just left it alone for a while. But I started journaling for my own mental health, for me just to be able to have that escape, and let all those moments that I deal with every single day not consume me. So it was just my ways of reflecting, refocusing, and reinventing myself daily. So it just became just a daily regimen that I just started doing on my own, and took some time, and it became something over time after I started blogging.
So Barbie, I want you to tell the audience, how old are your children?
My oldest is 21 years old. My daughter just turned 18 in January, and my youngest is 11 years old.
And the two youngest are the ones with autism, right?
Correct.
Okay. Wow. So if you could just elaborate just a little bit, or like your daily activities, or what does your day look like? Share with the audience what your day looks like and how you get through your day, each and every day, taking care of 3 children with special needs.
For years, I just was winging it. I had no idea what I was doing, and I realized I need a structure. I need a routine. And I didn't want to take my children away from the neurotypical things. I wanted them to have structure. I wanted them to have family, love, the discipline, everything that comes with raising any child. So what I did was I started a routine, and I stuck to it. Jadiel, my 11-year-old, he's had the same routine since he was 2. So it comes naturally to me. So what I've learned along the way is just to add tasks and different skills along the way. And instead of me just doing it all at once, I just kept building and building and building. It went from me being full-time to me fading out those prompts. And now my children are slowly becoming independent as they grow. Tell us, Barbie, and tell the audience, what have you learned about yourself when you wrote your book? That's interesting. I learned that I wasn't the only one going through these struggles. Yes. I learned also that I am human. I've learned that I used to beat myself up aiming for perfection. And I'm like, why? What am I going for? And once I learned to just be myself and just show myself gratitude for all the efforts that I put in, and me venting, because I did it for years. It came off like I was complaining. I'm like, no, honey, I'm venting. Venting and showing gratitude has given me balance in my life. So with that in hand, it's just been giving me, I do the same thing like any other parent. We work on affirmations, we work on boundaries, the respect, mental health. Even my children, I handle their mental health like it's my mental health. We all need that. It's hard. So we just work together as a team, and mental health to me is priority. There's still a child behind that diagnosis, and there's a human behind parenting and advocating and, and all the struggles. I mean, I have to be transparent from the beginning of it all. I just used to feel like a superhero because that's what everybody labeled me as. And I'm like, even superheroes get tired, so. Yes. So what I would like for you to do right now, Barbie, look straight into the camera. And I know that you could give some words of encouragement to someone that may be in the same situation or a similar situation with their children being autistic, cerebral palsy, or special needs. Give them a word of encouragement. You matter. You were chosen for that lifestyle for a reason. You may not understand your purpose yet. You may not understand why it's hard, but you already have the skills in you. You just haven't activated them yet. And you also have the strength. And the strength comes from experience. And if you don't roll through the punches, you'll never know. Not everybody's prepared for a storm. And I found beauty in my chaos. And so can you. If you target your mental health and start acknowledging that you too need self-care, don't forget to take care of yourself during this journey, because whatever you're going through, your child's also going through. You're both going on two different journeys, but it's also the same journey. So it's just finding balance. Give yourself that credit where it's due, because I'm guilty of that. And I'm learning to find my own joy. And because of that, I look forward to the next day and the next day and the next day. It's my inner motivation. So it's my best word of advice. Always find the joy in your journey. Because if you end your day on a negative note, then that's how tomorrow will start. So wow. One day at a time. Instead of one day at a time, in fact, it's one moment at a time. That's my motto. It's just a bad moment, not a bad day. Oh, ooh, that is so powerful. Let me tell you, I have to write that down. Find joy in your journey. Yes. That is so powerful to me. But I just want to thank you so much for being on Ask the Messengers and coming on here and giving someone else some insight and some words of encouragement that they too can get through the day. They too can find joy in their journey. Yes. So your book can be found on Amazon.com, correct? Yes, on Amazon. Okay, Amazon, you guys pick up her book because it's an amazing book and it'll probably help you get through your day.
We'll be right back with more of Ask the Messengers.
This is something that I wrote when I was 10 or 11. It was, and still is, my life philosophy. Dream it, do it, put your mind to it.
Ready? Do this!
When I see the videos, it amazes me that at one point in my life, I had autism. And it makes me realize how fortunate I am to recover.
Jake was one of these kids who developed typically. He walked, he talked, he played, he hit all of the developmental milestones. And then between the ages of 17 months and 2 years, it was like he was on this dimmer switch. At first he stopped playing, then he stopped relating to other people, including us, and by his second birthday he stopped speaking.
Our optimal outcome study is one of the studies we're doing on children and adolescents and young adults actually with autism. In my clinical practice, I started noticing about 10 or 15 years ago some individual children who either I had diagnosed or other people I knew well had diagnosed who had clear cases of autism, and yet they seemed to be losing the symptoms. So we're really trying to document that people with a clear autism diagnosis could be now functioning in a way that's pretty much indistinguishable from somebody who never had the diagnosis in the first place.
I became very interested in Deb's studies on recovery because, as far as I knew, Deb was the only person who was looking at recovered children.
We don't know why some children are capable of moving off the spectrum and functioning cognitively in the normal range, and others clearly are not, because even with the best treatment, they still make kind of slow progress. But what you hope for every child is that they can meet their own potential.
I really don't know why Jake recovered when so many other kids don't. I understand the importance of early detection and the fact that we got him diagnosed at such an early age, at the age of 2. We did intensive early intervention.
Stand up.
Many hours, over 40 hours a week of ABA, which is applied behavior analysis, and speech therapy and occupational therapy.
Good. Stand up, there you go.
One of our findings is that the individuals who moved off the spectrum had more applied behavior analysis, ABA treatment, than individuals who were still in the high-functioning autism group.
It is really my sincere hope that in the future, with research like what Deb Fine is doing, that there will be more recovered kids in the world, that we will see more Jakes in the world.
I share my story because I have the opportunity to let parents know that people can recover from autism and that it's not impossible.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of the Ask the Messengers TV show. I am your host, Tina Nelson. And again, I'd like to thank my guest, Michael Hunter, president of Team Wellness, and all the information that he shared today about what Team Wellness offers and the excitement of the mobile unit that goes around and service people right within the community. And also to Kimberly and her author, Barbara Santiago, thank you again. Until next time, be kind, love one another, and most importantly, stay safe. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, if you would like to support our show, please feel free to make a donation of any amount by visiting our show website, www.askthemessengers.org. If you prefer to mail donations, please make your check or money orders payable to Ask the Messengers TV show and send to 18400 Schaefer Highway, Detroit, Michigan 48235. Ask the Messengers is a program that deals with things that help you. Thank you for watching.